I'm Carol.
And I'm Alan.
And we are the Ducks on Tour. So we have took early retirement from our jobs. We were in hospitality for quite a long time. And since then we've done some travelling. But obviously just, normal travel by air or train or whatever. We travelled through Spain for 10 weeks. And we went to Crete and we went to Cyprus.
We went to Lanzarote.
Oh yes, went to Lanzarote.
Lanzarote, yeah.
But during this time, we always knew that we wanted a motorhome. And we've been looking for around 12 months or so.
Yeah, 12 months on and off, yeah.
One of the biggest problems we had was finding a layout that we liked. And we followed lots of people on YouTube. The Explorers, John and Mandy, the Radfords.
The Radfords, yeah. Northerners on tour. Darren, the Urban Motorhome.
Fieldview Adventures. They gave us lots of advice when we were buying, because we bought from the same place as them. So thank you for that. Anyway, so we think now we've done a few practice runs in our new to us motorhome now that we've finally got one. And we're going to take you with us if you'll come along, I think, are we?
Yeah, I think that's the idea. So we enjoy watching the vloggers that we follow, and we still watch all their travels, and may inspire us to go on. We decided to start a channel as well, and just to document our own travels, and hopefully we'll get a few views along the way, and we'll take it from there.
We will. We haven't got any fancy equipment. We've got an iPhone and a Samsung phone and a little cheap action camera that we've just purchased. But nothing fancy at all, and we'll probably make loads of mistakes, and I'm sure these are going to be really cringe-worthy.
I'm sure they will be.
And you'll get used to Alan. He doesn't like spending unless it's in Wetherspoons. Then that's okay. He's decided he's doing a nationwide survey on every Wetherspoons he can go in. But yeah, we just want to have some fun, and if you want to come along with us, you can do. And anything else we've learnt along the way?
No, we're still learning, aren't we?
Very much so. Very much
so. So learning at where to park up and where we can't park up in the UK. It's become.
It does prove quite an area.
It has. Places. I mean, a first trip we did not long after getting the motorhome. We started off in Skegness. We were booked on a site there, so that was the first one. We went to see family. So after that, we decided to travel up the east coast, up towards Whitby, with quite a few stop-offs along the way. Scarborough being one of them. That were okay to find parking. Farther was okay. Bridlington was a nightmare. They didn't seem to want motorhomes in Bridlington. Whitby, we were booked on a site because we were meeting some friends that had just bought a tourer. So we're on a site there, but whilst we're in Whitby for a couple of days, we're having a look round, and anywhere, every road, street, there were no motorhome parking.
So, permit holders only, double yellows.
So yeah, and then we went from where did we go from Whitby? Went over to Keswick. So that weren't too bad. We found somewhere to park in Keswick, but technically there were no overnight parking. But there were a lot of van people on there, and they said they parked there a few times, and they've been okay. So we chanced it. We had a couple of nights there. I went down to Bowness. That were good. Found somewhere decent to park around there. Strictly legit as well. And it was free, which was a bonus. We've done some videos of them, haven't we? Yeah. Which will be uploaded.
Still got jobs we want to do to the van itself as well, haven't we? It's an ongoing project with like new curtains and things, but it'll all come in time.
It will, I'm sure.
And in the meantime, it's just getting used to being out there, and we're loving it so far.
So far, so good. Yeah.
The cooking seems to be going all right.
Yeah.
I thought we'd struggle in such a tiny space, but we seem to be managing all right.
Yeah. We used to quite confined spaces because we live in a static, don't we?
We do.
So, you know, we're
So
not...
we have a base. We don't live in the motorhome. We have a static caravan,
which we live in.
So we are used to living in smaller spaces, and
well, that's a good life, isn't it? The static.
It is. The static's lovely.
Yeah, we're in a nice area.
Just outside the Trough of Bowland, if any of you know that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a nice place. We're only 45 minutes from the coast, so we will do. We want to show you every time, but we do go to like Lytham St Anne's and Blackpool quite a lot because it's so close, and it's so handy just to take the motorhome for a couple of nights. And what I'm really enjoying about it is a lot of these places we've been to in the past, just like a day trip in the car, and you always have to go home at the end or pay £100 a night for a hotel or something like that. And I love just coming home to our home, which is our home on wheels, and we love it, don't we?
Yeah, so far so good. So we had a great night last night.
Meeting lots of nice people as we go along.
Yeah.
So anyway, please be forgiving, like we said, and we'll put some photos up of our first travels because we didn't video them. We'll just put some photos up of our first travels when we took early retirement, and then obviously we'll go into taking you along with us on our travels.
Yeah, so we particularly like Spain. So as Carol said earlier, we spent 3 months in Spain, 10 weeks in Spain early in the year, didn't we? So travelling around there, we did a few cities. We usually go to the coast, Costa del Sol, but this time we decided we were taking some cities. So we went to Seville, Madrid, Valencia. So yeah, so we had a good time. So we'll be going back there in the motorhome, hopefully early next year. We got a plan to do 90 days over Europe, setting off at end of December, just between Christmas and New Year. So we might do a practice run into France, August, September. We don't know. So
it's all very nerve-wracking, but hopefully
we got a few plans.
Hopefully we'll survive. And as I said, we keep watching lots of YouTubes and John and Mandy and Radford's. Just their videos are brilliant.
Yeah. And Darren the Urban Motorhome, I've just watched one of his videos, and he's just
about to go to Europe.
He's planning on a trip abroad, so that'll be a good watch to pick up some tips. So
we'll definitely be following him. You know.
He's a bit nervous as well, so as we will be.
As we will be. I'll be terrified going abroad, but everybody seems to go, and Rob and Lynn, they went last year at Christmas, didn't they? They were there for the King's Parade, weren't they?
There was, yeah.
So yeah, well, they've all. Yeah. If we take a bit of advice from each one as we go along, I think we should survive. Hopefully.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, and hopefully we'll see you again. Hopefully you'll come along with us, and.
So stick with us. Hopefully the videos will get better, and we might get some new equipment along the way.
I hope so. But anyway,
it is quite nerve-wracking, isn't it?
We need some followers. We need some followers. So click that subscribe button. It's free, and like and subscribe, and then you can follow us as we go. Thanks very much, folks.
Thanks, guys.
See you soon.
See you. Bye.
Bye.